Well, lots of controversies this time around on the program this evening. IPL 5, did cricket overcome the controversy? Joining us to discuss this, Sunil Gavaskar, Rajiv Shukla, the Kolkata Knight Riders CEO Venki Mysore, Adman Prahlad Kakkar, Kirti Azad and cricket writer Sharda Ugra and Osman Owaisi. Thank you all very much for joining us. Sharda, did you hear me what I said? Has the quality of cricket improved definitively this time around from what you saw in the past couple of editions?
Yeah, Vishnu. I mean, there certainly has been, the cricket was extremely watchable. Just the way that you were able to see even all the fielders managing to throw themselves at the ball. There has been a general increase, say, in fielding standards, but a general sort of level of fearlessness with which all kinds of players, whether they are Indian domestic players or Indian first-class players, or someone who's played a little bit of international cricket, with which they're able to deal with sort of, 10 runs and over, which they need to chase. I mean, yesterday, Manoj Tiwari hit 2 boundaries and won the game for Calcutta. There has definitely been an increase in sort of the kind of quality of cricket that you see. I mean, the bowling still does get hammered, and very, very good quality bowlers are the ones that come through. But the cricket was actually quite watchable this year.
Kirti, I know you have lots of problems with the IPL, with T20 cricket, what apparently it stands for. But just from a cricketer standpoint, as a person who, as a batsman, was a very hard hitter, don't you think this form of cricket, Kirti Azad, is giving us a lot to see and some quality cricket at that?
Yes, definitely. I mean, the kind of improvisation that we see. I mean, we had never thought of somebody trying to play a shot over his head. It's something that is absolutely new. And it was exciting, it was fabulous, there was nothing wrong with cricket. Any form of cricket is very nice as long as it entertains, it doesn't turn into a tamasha.
Alright, but just tell us a little bit about what your concerns on this tamasha element in IPL is. Yes, there are controversies, but then in any major big international sporting event, there are controversies. This is huge, it's watched worldwide. These controversies have been there, and perhaps the cricket has overcome them. So aren't we forgetting about the cricket if we highlight just the tamashas? Kirti.
There's no problem as far as cricket is concerned, as I said earlier. But then you have a controversy every day. And then I heard once the Honorable Commissioner IPL saying that I'm not a police commissioner. If you're not, then there were issues like spot fixing and other things. Why didn't you give it to the police? It should have gone to the police. I mean, if you remember the spot fixing issue in England, the police came in straight away, took the fixer and the fixed. They were taken, FIR were lodged, charge sheets drawn and taken to court, and they went into jail for three months. So no way any board came into it, because this was cheating, basically cheating the public, cheating the people. And if you came to know about, there was also, they were talking about under the table dealings. So obviously there's a big question mark. But if I put it this way, that we had scams in the Commonwealth Games, it was a one-time scam. The only difference is that here in the IPL, it's all-time scam.
Would you like to tell us a little bit more about why you think it's an all-time scam? Because every year there are different sorts of scams and there are different issues. So are you being fair, Kirti?
Correct. No, I'm saying that because there is a case of FEMA violation. You must have heard the Honorable Sports Minister talking in the Parliament saying that 19 notices from the Enforcement Directorate has been given to the board. They haven't replied it. They opened bank accounts abroad without taking the permission of the RBI. FDI regulations were violated. Money laundering, money coming in from British Islands, Virgin Islands, then coming in from Mauritius, Seychelles. All these things, all these issues are there. And they have not replied to even a single query that have been asked for. The people in the banks who had transferred this money were taken to task and given exemplary punishment. But those who were involved in the board who didn't know about it, I think ignorance of law is no excuse. You're not allowed to take more than $10,000 out of the country, neither you're allowed to bring in more than $10,000 in the country. And here you talk about $200 million that went abroad without any permission, without any rules, without any regulations. These are the points that I've asked. And if I'm wrong, I should be corrected. But this is what the Standing Committee of Finance has said. And till date, all the queries that were asked by the Enforcement Directorate should have been answered by the 31st of December 2011. Now the 6th month is coming, it hasn't come out. Okay. So my question is on basic foundation of the IPL. I'm not against the game, I'm not against any individual, I'm not against the form of any form of game. Even if people want to play 10-10, and if Sunny Bhai likes to have a toss too, I don't mind.
Prahlad Kakkar, would you like to respond to that? you often speak about the brand that the IPL is. It is an extraordinary brand, but it lacks transparency, some would say, at the level of the IPL. That there's a lot of money involved over here. Where it comes from, where it goes, nobody knows. There are IT raids happening. So while we sit back and enjoy a great game of cricket, it's enjoying a great game of cricket linked to an institution on which there are questions. Prahlad.
Well, there are two things. Firstly, this year's IPL was exemplary in terms of the quality of cricket that we saw. The matches were, a lot of them were down to the wire, a lot of them finished on very close finishes, and any team, whether it was the team that came last on the table or the first on the table, on a good day could have knocked any other team out. Now, having said that, you know, the fact is that for people who are watching, close games like that actually make the whole IPL worth it. And the fact that there's a lot of excitement in the game itself. The controversies that were raised, a lot of them were media driven, and except for the match fixing controversy, which I think is a genuine controversy and needs to be examined with great clarity, I think the rest of the controversies basically were personality based. I mean, Shah Rukh Khan ko gussa kyun aata hai overtook the fact that our economy is in a shambles and the rupee is sliding and everything is in a mess. And yet the media kept persisting for a whole week on Shah Rukh Khan ko gussa kyun aata hai. I mean, I think that was completely unprecedented and unnecessary.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news and your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.